All right, so have you heard about this? People are saying you can make money online just by listening to music.
Really?
Yeah, we found this YouTube video, and it claims you can earn thousands of dollars.
Thousands.
Yeah, just by listening to music. It sounds pretty crazy, right?
Wow, I mean, that's like everybody's dream come true,
I
right?
know. So we're diving deep into this video to see if there's any truth to it.
Okay, I'm interested.
So first of all, where do you even find all this music?
Right.
Well, this video says SoundCloud is the key.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, they make it sound like it's overflowing with tracks just like waiting to be turned into cash.
Okay.
But is it really that easy?
Yeah, I mean, if it were that simple, wouldn't everybody be doing it?
That's a great question. And speaking of making money, the video then says the secret is to find lyrics for these SoundCloud songs and then transcribe them.
Uh-huh.
So you're basically turning audio into text.
Oh, okay, so you're like a music transcriber.
Exactly. And get this. They claim you can make $1.50 per minute of audio transcribed.
Wait, really?
Yeah. So let's say you transcribe like a 3-minute song.
Okay.
That's $4.50 in your pocket.
Wow. But you have to wonder, like, if it's that easy and that lucrative, why isn't everyone doing it?
Right. That's what we're here to find out.
Okay.
Hold on, because there's more. The video introduces us to this platform called rev.com.
Rev.com.
Yeah, it's rev.com.
Got it.
And they say you sign up as a freelancer, which means you're working for yourself, not a company.
Okay.
And then you transcribe audio into text, and boom, you get weekly payouts via PayPal.
Wow, hold on.
Yeah. They even mention higher rates for translating subtitles.
Really?
Yeah. It all sounds very appealing, but it's important to look beyond the hype, and consider some key questions like, is $1.50 per minute a realistic rate for most transcription work?
Yeah, that's a good point.
And how much time does it actually take to transcribe a minute of audio? Considering, like, audio quality, how complex it is, there's a lot to consider there.
Yeah.
But wait, there's even more. The video doesn't stop at rev.com.
Oh, no.
They also suggest checking out gotranscript.com.
Go transcript.
Yeah, it's another platform for transcription jobs.
Okay.
And apparently it pays up to 60 cents per audio or video minute.
So less than Rev.
Yeah, but their pro tip is to sign up for both platforms.
Oh, so you can, like, double dip?
Exactly, to maximize your earning potential. But that raises an important question for me.
Okay, what's that?
If these transcription platforms are so lucrative, why is this YouTuber spending time making videos
Oh.
instead of just raking in the cash from transcribing?
Yeah, good point. Why are they giving away their secret?
I know, right? It's a little suspicious.
Very suspicious.
Like, you'd think they'd be too busy transcribing
Right.
to bother with YouTube if it were that easy to make money. But wait, because there's another layer to this scheme. To help you with all this transcribing, the video recommends a website called AllTranscribe.
AllTranscribe.
So the idea is to automate the process as much as possible.
So you don't even have to do the work.
Well, you copy the SoundCloud song link, paste it into AllTranscribe, and let the software generate a transcript.
Yow.
Sounds almost too good to be true, right?
It does.
Of course, there's a catch.
Uh-oh.
They admit you still have to proofread the transcript because the software isn't perfect and might make mistakes.
Oh, so you're not completely off the hook.
Yeah, so it's not entirely effortless.
That's a really important point, though, right? Anytime you're relying on technology to do something that requires human understanding, like music, you have to factor in the time and effort it takes to make sure it's good quality.
Absolutely. And that cuts into your potential earnings.
Sure.
But it gets even more interesting.
Oh, no. What now?
The video then claims that the real money is in foreign language transcription.
Foreign language.
Yeah. Where you can supposedly earn a whopping $5 to $12 per minute on rev.com.
5 to 12 per minute.
Per minute.
For foreign language.
They make it sound like you just find some international tunes on SoundCloud, grab the link, use a website called Happy Scribe or something like that to transcribe it, and bam, you're rolling in dough.
Okay, now this is where I get a little skeptical.
Right.
Translating music accurately, especially, with all the slang and the idioms. It's not as simple as just plugging it into Google Translate.
Exactly. You need to capture the nuances, the cultural references, the artistic intent.
Yeah, it requires a deep understanding of both languages and the music.
It's not just about word-for-word translation.
Right.
But this video makes it seem like anyone with an internet connection can become like a high-paid music translator overnight.
Yeah, it sounds a little too good to be true.
I know. So to recap, we've got SoundCloud as our music source, lyric sites to help us find the words, and then these transcription platforms like Rev.com and GoTranscript, where we can supposedly turn those lyrics into cash.
Okay.
But are you starting to see some potential problems with this whole system?
Definitely. Like, we haven't even talked about competition.
Oh, yeah?
Or like, what if these platforms just change their rules?
Or shut down.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot more to unpack here.
We'll dive deeper into those potential issues in just a minute, but before we do, let me ask you this. Do you really think this YouTube video is offering a genuine path to making money online? Or is it just a clever way to get views and promote their own content?
That's a good question.
Think about that for a minute. We'll be right back after this break.
Okay.
All right, so we're back, and we're trying to figure out if this whole music to money thing is legit.
Yeah.
We've uncovered some potential red flags already.
Right.
But let's see if we can really separate fact from fiction here.
Okay.
One thing that really stood out to me was how much the video relies on anecdotal evidence.
Anecdotal.
Yeah, like they keep saying stuff like, I made thousands doing this, but we never actually see any proof.
Yeah, there's no like screenshots of earnings or anything.
Exactly. It's all very vague. Like you just have to take their word for it.
And that brings us back to that $1.50 per minute figure.
Right.
Is that actually a realistic rate? Or are they just throwing out a number that sounds good?
That's a great question. And the answer is, it depends. Think about it. Transcribing a clear studio recording that's going to be way easier and faster than like a muffled live performance with a bunch of background noise.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
And then you have to consider things like turnaround time.
So how quickly they need it done.
Exactly. And the complexity of the content.
So like a song with really complex lyrics might take longer.
Yeah. Some platforms might even offer higher rates for specialized tasks, like transcribing medical or legal jargon.
Right, because that's more specialized.
Exactly. But for like general transcription work, the average rate is probably lower than what this video is suggesting.
Okay, so it's possible they're exaggerating those earnings to make it seem more appealing.
It's definitely something to think about.
And even if those rates are real in some cases, the video doesn't really talk about all the other times involved.
Like what?
Like you got to search for music, research lyrics, proofread those transcripts.
Oh, right.
And manage your profiles on all those platforms.
It's starting to sound kind of time-consuming.
It's definitely not as passive as they make it seem.
Yeah, which kind of defeats the purpose of, earning money while just listening to music.
Exactly. And then there's another thing.
What's that?
Market saturation.
What do you mean?
Like, if this method really worked as well as they say, wouldn't everybody be doing it?
I guess so.
The more people who jump on the bandwagon, the more competition there is for those jobs, right? And that could drive down the rates.
So it might not even be worth it.
Exactly. And then, let's not forget about this.
Right.
Your entire income is relying on these third-party platforms.
That's true.
What happens if SoundCloud changes its policies?
Or Rev.com changes its pay rates.
Or one of those websites just shuts down completely.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
That's a huge risk.
It is.
You're basically at the mercy of these platforms.
And their priorities are their own business goals.
Not your financial well-being.
Right.
You could be making decent money one day.
And then, poof, it's all gone.
Exactly. So you got to be careful.
Okay, so bottom line, is this whole music transcription thing legit?
I wouldn't call it a complete scam,
Yeah.
but it's definitely not the easy path to riches that they make it out to be.
So if someone really wants to try transcription as a side hustle, what should they do?
Research.
Okay.
Research different platforms, compare rates, read reviews from other transcribers.
Basically, do your homework.
Exactly. And be realistic about how much you can actually earn.
And don't trust everything you see on YouTube.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
You got to be a critical consumer of information online, especially when it comes to making money.
So this music transcription thing might not be all it's cracked up to be.
Right.
But what about other ways to make money from music?
Now you're talking.
We'll explore some of those alternatives after a quick break.
Sounds good.
We're back. And, even though this make money listening to music thing might not be what it seems,
Right.
it does get you thinking.
Yeah.
About other ways you could actually make money from music.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about that.
Okay, like it.
What are some real legitimate ways people can turn their passion for music into profit?
Well, I think the key is to really focus on what you enjoy
Okay.
and what you're good at, right? So for example, if you're a good writer,
Okay.
you could try music journalism.
Music journalism.
Yeah. Writing for blogs, websites, even like creating content directly for artists.
Oh, like writing their bios and stuff?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you'd be shaping how people see these artists.
That's a big responsibility.
It is. Or if you're more like technically minded.
Oh, you could get into music production, mixing, mastering.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of software for that now.
There is. And the demand for audio engineers is huge.
It is. And you can learn a lot of that stuff online now.
Exactly. There are tons of resources out there.
What about teaching?
Teaching.
Yeah, could someone like give music lessons online?
Oh.
Or create videos about music theory?
Absolutely. Online learning is like exploding right now.
Yeah.
People are learning everything online these days.
So someone could teach piano on YouTube or something.
Yeah, or create courses on Skillshare, Udemy.
Oh, I've heard of those.
Yeah, you can reach a global audience that way.
That's amazing. And what about social media?
Oh, social media is huge for musicians these days.
I mean, everyone's on TikTok, Instagram.
Right, you can build a following, show off your skills.
Get brand deals, sponsorship.
Exactly. It's all about finding creative ways to use your passion.
Love that.
But here's the thing.
What's that?
Success in music, or any field really,
Yeah.
it takes work.
Right, you don't just become a star overnight.
Exactly. You got to be dedicated. You got to hustle.
And you got to be realistic.
Absolutely. There's no magic formula.
So no matter what path you choose,
Mm-hmm.
you got to be passionate about it.
Yeah.
Willing to put in the effort.
And be ready for some bumps along the way.
Because there will be bumps.
Always. But that's part of the journey.
Okay, so we've talked about the myths, the realities,
Mhm.
and some actual ways to make money with music.
Yeah.
But what's the biggest lesson here? What do we want our listeners to take away from all of this?
I think it's about critical thinking.
Oh, yeah, big time.
When you see these promises online,
Especially get-rich-quick schemes.
especially those, don't just believe everything you see.
Right, question everything.
Do your research.
And trust your gut.
Yeah, if something sounds too good to be true,
It probably is.
it probably is.
So be skeptical. Be curious.
And be informed.
Great advice. Well, that's all the time we have for today.
All right.
I know it flew by. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of music and money.
It's been fun.
Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and keep the music playing.